Emma has discovered the curly girl method. I tried it, had a little fun with it, was doing the curly thing for a while. I think people probably cycle in and out of it. It's good information about certain things like sulfates in your shampoo rob you of your curl. Interesting fact not in the book, molybdenum also straightens your hair. Not using certain shampoos.
Not using chemical straighteners.
Not using combs and brushes, just using your fingers.
When you get out of the shower, you are to do this. Flip your hair over and scrunch.
Yes. So you could say I do a modified curly girl. I do know that if I pull out the hair dryer, I'm going to end up with straight hair, and it's going to be nice and fluffy. And it talks about wave patterns in here too, right?
Yeah. So you've got corkscrew curls.
Very tight.
Which contract as tightly as a French poodle's if cut too short.
So if you're a straight person, you probably think this would just be the most wonderful hair to have because it is seriously curly. So Beyonce is corkscrew curls.
You've also got Botticelli curls, which are curls that vary in size and shape. Underneath, you may have hermit curls that can shrink to half the length of those on the outside. Curls that are looser during some seasons and tighter during others. And a spring factor of 5 to 8 inches.
Sakura has Botticelli curls.
Corticelli have varying curl patterns throughout the hair's landscape. Drier hair with a higher frizz factor if not hydrated properly. Curly hair throughout all seasons, hair that appears longer or shorter depending on the weather and humidity, a spring factor of 5 to 10 inches.
Melina Kanakarides is their person there.
With these two, they're sort of similar, but this one over here has a bit less curl to it, which this is what I've determined my hair is.
You've decided you're that Corticelli one?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have cherub curls.
So cherub curls are a little looser.
Baby fine curl spirals and curls that are very fragile. Their celebrity example here is Taylor Swift. Wavy hair here, hair that you've always believed was straight hair when you were young, hair that occasionally develops a natural wave after coming out of the shower, is Megan Fox.
I might be that one.
S-wave hair, like this. Another S-wave or that Corticelli Botticelli. Your hair may appear straight in the winter with no effort. Low to no frizz factor. Nope, never mind, I am not S-wavy. A natural shine. A slight bend in the lengths of your hair depending on the length. Hair that looks better when it's layered, and a spring factor of 1 to 2 inches.
I might be that one.
Well, here we have her hair curled right here.
And all I did this morning, let's see, I combed it. Not supposed to comb it if you're doing the curly girl method, but I comb it wet. Just because sitting there playing with it was too much.
And Evangeline Lilly has S-wavy hair. For fractal or zigzag curls, they're twizzles, microspirals, or fractal corkscrews.
That is not me.
It's only been a year since I've started doing it.
Oh, okay, because I think I've had the book for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So you have things happen as you become a teenager, your hormones change a great deal.
And also I stopped using sulfates.
And she stopped using sulfate shampoos and things. Really, I just use water in my hair.
Well, this book actually says not to use shampoo. So the last time I used shampoo was last week, and I think my hair actually looks better this week.
Yeah, all those chemical-y things, they're not good for you.
Yeah, and it says to just like stick the shampoo. If you do have to use shampoo, like if you got stuff in your hair, put the shampoo on your head right up here where it's the oiliest, and then just let it run down. For conditioner, you apply it here to here. Another thing that you can do is use sea salt spray, like just salt and water, spray it on your hair, scrunch it, because that sort of brings out the natural curl. But if you do that, you need to add some more moisturizer because it dries out your hair.
It's like being at the ocean all day, I guess.
That's why a lot of people's hair curls after they've been in the ocean for a while.
Yeah.
If they have any, now it won't work on naturally straight hair, but if you have any curl at all in your hair, which most people do, sticking that in there will do it.
So Emma's really enjoying the curly girl method right now. I cycle in and out of it depending on my mood.
And how much time she has.
But it did change the way I do things because I don't use a brush anymore. I'm pretty sparing with the comb, and I really don't use hair products anymore.
Mostly what I use is like a combination of 3 to 4 different moisturizers and a hair oil, and that's all I use. And when I first get out of the shower, I think, oh, my hair looks so nice and moisturized, I won't have to do anything to it. And then the next day it's like, oh look, it's dry again. Haircut also plays a big part in that.
Yes, get a good haircut.
So I've got layers right here that are starting to unlayer themselves. They are now down to here.
Because it's been a while. And the book actually gives you a method for curling. There's a certain spot on the curl. Is it right under the bend?
Yes.
You specifically trim it at a certain point
Mm-hmm.
so that you take advantage of the wave in it.
And this is what I like to call the curly Rachel.
The Rachel hairdo that she got based on that character on Friends.
Mm-hmm. Never seen it before in my life, but I liked her hair. So if you think you have curly hair, or even if you think you don't have curly hair, it's good to look at it, because even if you have straight hair, you probably shouldn't be using sulfates.
And it tells you what to do on dry days and humid days and all that good stuff.
And it's even got something for like the really basically straight hair that's just slightly wavy, so that you can sort of embrace that as well.
And there's all these curly girl communities you can find on your social media too. Find this book, and we'll link it down there. And enjoy a little fun fixing up your hair. And until we see you again,
Make sure to make time for tea and a good book.